7th person voted out of Survivor UT Wild West, and the 4th member of jury, Daniel.
Yeah.
Please bring me your torch. Ugh. Daniel, I'm sorry. Tribe has spoken.
Yeah, there we go.
First try.
I feel bad about Daniel just because I really wanted to work with him going forward.
Kind of like knew Daniel was gonna go home, so I'm glad he finally went home. So yeah, Tribal was good. I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about who's gonna win the challenge.
This challenge will test how well you guys knew the players that are no longer in this game. You guys have made it to the top half, or the final 5. But how closely did you pay attention to the 7 who are not in the game anymore?
Oh, all of them?
They're about to find out.
All of them? I love to know so.
All right, put away your torches. Marianne, give me your necklace.
Oh my God.
You guys are finding
Oh, wait, no, I never spoke to I don't even know if Chinozo's major.
Okay, this challenge is, like I said, called Fallen Comrades. Every time you guys get a question correct, you will move up 2 steps. The first player to reach the top of the staircase wins individual immunity.
How long is this gonna take, Cooper?
All right, and keep in mind, this is in front of the jury. So if you get it wrong, at least get close. Don't embarrass yourself. All right, first question. Which former player was originally cast to play on Survivor Maryland?
What does that question mean?
Who was originally cast to play on Survivor Maryland before they were cast to play on Survivor UT?
Like they signed up for the wrong one? What does that mean?
You guys have 10 seconds to figure out what it means and write down an answer. All right, 3, 2, 1, show it. Dia, Isha, Dia, Oren. The correct answer is Dia. She just transferred to UT from the University of Maryland. She actually was cast to play on Survivor Maryland, yes. All right, Cooper, congrats. You can take 2 steps up. Who was the only sophomore on this cast? All right, everyone's got their answers? 3, 2, 1, show them. Everybody got it right. The answer is Sky, the only sophomore on this season. Which former player is a bio TA? A TA for a biology class. Show them in 3, 2, 1. Everybody gets it right. The answer is Isha. What is the name of the gym that Oren works at? All right, does everyone have an answer? Just about. All right, 3, 2, 1, show them. Mountain Climbing Gym, Gold's Gym, Austin Rock Climbing Center, Mesa Rosa. What is yours, Cooper? Mesa, is that it? Unfortunately, nobody got it correct. Marianne and Cooper, you guys were close. It's Mesa Rim. That is close. Close. Mesa does not count. Nice try. Which former player has received an email from Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz. All right. Everyone show them in 3, 2, 1. Abanov, Chinonso, Abanov, Daniel, Abanov. The correct answer is Chinonso. Anna paid attention. Which former player wrestled during high school? Everyone's got an answer? 3, 2, 1, show them. What do you mean 2? Yeah, you got this one wrong, Anna. And you also got it wrong. The correct answer is Abanov. Congrats. Nice try. Anna tried to cheat like 3 times that question, but okay. Makes me happy. When did Daniel start playing rugby? Was it in college, high school, or middle school? When did Daniel start playing rugby? College, high school, or middle school? 3, 2, 1, show them. Everybody puts college except for Anna. Everybody is correct except for Anna.
The way you're saying it, Cooper, that's brutal.
All right, Justin, Cooper, and Kat, all one question away from being correct and winning immunity. I mean,
Can it be a high school?
we have a tiebreaker. There will not be more than one person immune.
Please, I'm bullying me right now.
Hey, it's anybody's game still. You could come back.
I can't. I will.
Which former player played on Winship Survivor? All right. 3, 2, 1, show them. Isha, Oren, Daniel. The correct answer is Oren. Kat has won individual immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 4. Congratulations.
I told you I was gonna pull it out. She pulled out the beast.
Let's go. Kat, congratulations. You can come up and put this on. Well earned. Guaranteed spot in the final 4. She cannot be voted for at the final 5 tribal council. And of course, with immunity comes a big decision. I have the final clue to the hidden immunity idol. You can pick 2 people to read this clue together.
I'm gonna pick Cooper and Anna.
Cooper and Anna. Congratulations, everybody, on making it to the final 5. I will see you guys next Sunday for the final 5 tribal council.
I was so close. All of these challenges, I have been so close to winning. I mean, go Kat, glad she got her first one, but she was gonna be safe regardless. So she now has double protection with the idol and the immunity necklace. So it's like, we were never gonna get her out.
Kat just like gave me and Cooper the clue that to the idol. I feel like that like showed Marianne and Justin, like 3 of us, 2 of them.
Final clue to the hidden immunity idol.
Okay. Fuck, it's too long.
Underneath the arches, the secret lies. Near a fountain where spirits rise. 21st Street's where the adventure applies. The idol's presence a thrilling surprise.
Is this idol? The same one I've been having? Girl, we know where it's at. This is useless.
Well, I know. This is actually like the worst. We're not gonna find it. I'm telling you right now. we're
No,
not gonna
we
find
are.
it. Okay, 20.
We already know where it's at anyway. It's this idol, right? Cause what? No, cause Kat doesn't have the real idol.
The fact that Kat chose Cooper and Anna to go read the vote instead of me, but she said she wants to have a final 2 deal with me. I don't know, it's just very sketchy. I'm really done with Kat, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I was pissed that she fucking won.
First of all, I won the challenge. Justin looked so mad when I won. And apparently because he wanted to get me out. And he's like, damn it, now I can't get her out.
I'm hoping the next person is Marianne. If the alliances that I have are supposed to be true, then I should still be okay. There's just so much lying going on. So I feel like I can still trust Anna. Cooper, I don't know. Kat, I don't know. Marianne, I don't know.
Last time around, when he wasn't in the votes, he voted against us. This time around, he knew he was in the votes. And now he wanted to join us to vote. Like, okay.
I really don't trust these people for real. Like, I'm so, oh my God. That's why I was telling them, I was like, I'm ready to go. This is my time.
This seems like a very, very easy weekend. Very straightforward. Everyone wants to vote Justin. I've been planting seeds with Kat for so long about how he lies. I've been planting seeds with Anna about how he's such a big threat. He's gonna go for us. He's gonna turn on us.
Marianne's there. Sorry, love you, girl. You're so fun, but I want to see what she's gonna do now that Daniel's gone. So like, is she gonna join Justin and see? Because they were the 2 people left out of me, Kat, and Cooper who got chose for the thing. Or is she gonna want to join us because it's majority? I feel like she would want to join us because it's majority, just because that's what she's always done. But I don't know. Maybe she might want to actually start playing now.
Ooh. I think everyone is on the same page this week. I know it's going to be a little hard for Anna because she is losing her number 1 ally. I feel like Anna knows that like Justin is going out this week, so she's just decided to go with the majority and flip.
I really don't know who was the second person who wrote Justin's name down. Like, when I saw Marianne's face, when Justin's name was read for a second time, she looked shocked and I was like confused. So I like immediately at tribal council, like I knew, I was like, okay, Marianne did not write Justin's name down. I think Anna wrote that name down.
Marianne just told me that, well, I'm assuming that Marianne and Daniel voted for me and everybody else voted for Daniel. But Marianne and Kat just came up to me and said that they voted for Daniel. So now I'm confused as to who voted for me. And I'm thinking that Cooper probably split his vote to make it one on me and one on Daniel.
Justin seemed a little suspicious of like me and Anna, just a little bit, and like of everyone, because he doesn't know who that vote came from. Because Marianne insists it wasn't her, and it wasn't her, it was me. But I'm not gonna tell anyone that because I don't want the votes to turn to me. Yeah, I plan on talking to Justin, and then hopefully it'll be unanimous Justin with his vote on Marianne. And I hope he doesn't find the idol.
Okay, I'm looking for the idol, and I know I'm safe this week because I won the challenge, but like, I don't want anyone else to have it, specifically Justin.
I asked Marianne, I texted her, I was like, are we good for tonight? And she just said, yes. Nothing else. And I was like, okay. I texted Kat, and she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna text Justin. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know, because I was on the phone with Justin, and then he went quiet. And he said he was reading an email. And he could have been reading an email, but I think he might have been reading text messages from Kat. And he was like, okay, damn, okay. And I'm scared that Kat swindled something. If Kat, Marianne flip with Justin to vote me, I'm out. And that would suck. That would really suck.
Bandits, welcome back to Tribal Council. Kat, congratulations on your hard-earned win. Kat, tell us what that was like winning the trivia challenge.
It was the best moment of my life. I've never been happier.
Do you think it was a win that you needed?
You know, I think like everybody like needs like a win. There's so like few people that there's not that many options.
Cooper and Justin, I think Kat said it well. Everybody needs a win. What was it like to come that short, come that close to victory?
What did it feel like? Oh, I was mad. That was my challenge. I knew it was my challenge. I came into the game being like, I just want to win one community challenge, like one. And I've won one team this entire time. Like,
Wow.
I literally have gone to tribal almost every single time except that one vote. Me and Marianne, but even more. Like, I've been voting about every freaking damn tribal. It's like, ugh, it sucks.
I'm really sorry. Do you think there's a common denominator?
Maybe I just suck. Like, no. Like, I'm capable, but maybe everyone's a little more capable than me.
Anna, how do you feel about tonight's Tribal Council?
Tonight's tribal council, I mean, it is what it is. Shit happens.
Marianne, do you have any specific thoughts about tonight?
No, I just can't believe we're like kind of coming to the end. It seems a little surreal, kind of sad, honestly, that this is gonna be wrapping up soon.
Justin, how do you feel?
Oh, I don't know. It's been long, child. But I mean, it's been fun. I would have never been able to like meet these people if it weren't for this. I really stay in my own bubble, so I'm just very grateful to have had this opportunity.
I think it's like bittersweet. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm happy that I don't have to like stress every single like waking moment of my
Literally.
life thinking like about this game. But it's also like we get to see each other like
Yeah.
twice a week, and
I'm
we've been
also
doing
glad
it for
that
like
we're gonna
weeks,
be
and like,
done.
I know you're glad we're going to be done.
but especially being like a
I
freshman in
love
college.
being
Girl,
here.
you want me to talk or you want me to talk? Let's take it.
Soliloquy.
Okay, well I'm doing another one.
Oh my god.
As a freshman, coming into
No,
college,
we're not doing
you know,
this.
like making friends, it's not always as easy. And being able to see the same people and like spending time with them, with people who actually want to be your friend, because that's like a big thing. Like a lot of people just are like, hey, and then you never see them again. But like everyone has to be friends here. So even if they didn't like me, they had to be friends with me. So like, honestly, that's like a great way to like make friends. So if you're looking to make some friends, join Survivor UT today.
Okay, no, I will have to add to the soliloquy though, is because I feel like here I met so many people that I probably would not have met otherwise. Like, there's a bunch of seniors, like opposite majors of what I do. And I literally probably would have never met like y'all. Like, I probably would have met him because we're in the same class, but like nobody else.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys stay friends after tonight. Hopefully you guys make friends with the jury. But it is time to vote. Kat, you're up first.
Ooh, okay. Y'all, I'm just fucked up with this vote. Bro, I can't believe I'm about to write this new one here. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, bro. I already wrote your name down, so I can't go back now.
I'll go tally the votes.
Oh, you didn't say that.
If you have a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and you'd like to play it, now is the time to do so. All right. I'll get you the votes. Justin. 1 vote for Justin. Marianne. 1 vote for Justin, 1 vote for Marianne. Justin. That's 2 votes for Justin, 1 vote for Marianne. Eighth person voted out of Survivor UT, and the 5th member of jury, Justin. Please bring me your torch. Justin, tribe has spoken. All right, congrats on making the final 4. I'm sure you guys are excited to get into a challenge. You're gonna have to contain that excitement for a couple days because our challenge is not until Thursday.
Yes! I get to be!
No.
You guys can practice until then, but that
Practice
means
what?
you have to guess what the challenge is as well.
Oh, okay.
Um,
What does that mean?
I'll see you guys on Thursday.
I'm content with it. I had a lot of time to really think, is Cooper really gonna save me? And I just don't, I don't know. It's bittersweet because I really wanted to make it to Final Four. Like, I feel like if I made it to Final Four, I could have won this whole game. But he got me before I got him because really I wasn't gonna take him to Final 3. So he really did his big one, and congratulations to them.
I had a heart-to-heart with Justin right before like tribal, and then I backstabbed him.
I didn't talk to him at all. Anna called me at the mall though, and she was like, "Hey, just letting you know, Justin's putting his vote on you." And I was like,
Yeah, he called me like right before, and he was like saying that, and he was like, "So are you voting with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's definitely like an emotional player. I feel like a little bit. And Kat told him straight up that she was voting for him. I'm sure he knew Marianne was, but me and Anna not voting probably hit a little harder.
I feel like he kind of like knew that he was going home. Like I was like trying to assure him that he wasn't, which makes me feel even bad because I feel like he was like completely blindsided.
But guys, I'm so glad we made it to the
I
final.
know.
Like this could be
Oh
the
my
top
God.
3.
I know. Like, I mean, I want it to be.
Yeah.
So.
Totally.
Yeah.
So down. Anna, I think wants to vote Marianne. Marianne wants to vote Anna. So I think me and Kat are kind of like right now good, but I need to just solidify that with Marianne and Anna. So basically, my goal is like no matter who wins this challenge, I have a plan.
If Cooper wins the idol, then obviously he's staying for Final 3. If he doesn't, then now that I already voted Justin out, I'm like, what if I vote Cooper out?
All right, this is the final immunity challenge. The winner guarantees their spot at the final tribal council. This challenge is a challenge that we took straight from Survivor, the real deal. It's called Overextended. The way it works, you will hold a water bottle that is duct taped to a piece of rope that is attached to a cup filled with water. So you have to hold it over your head. If it falls even a few inches, you're going to drench yourself in the water above and you'll remove yourself from the challenge. Of course, that means, Kat, you are no longer immune. You have to win it back. Can you come over and give me that necklace? Thank you very much. Back up for grabs for the final time. This is the one that counts. Good luck. All right, switch your hands in 3, 2, 1, go. We are officially live. Final 4 immunity challenge. Get comfortable. Everyone has different ways of staying focused.
And we gonna light it up, and we gonna go all night. We gonna light it up, like it's dynamite.
Everyone's still having fun. That's good to see.
I told you twice, we gon' light it up like it's dynamite. Don't stay alone.
Oh, the water's gonna ruin my hair. Oh.
I guess you have to win now.
You build me up, you break me down. My heart is pounds. Yeah,
Have you considered being a DJ, Cooper?
This is mental capacity.
Mhm.
How many at the mental count? Okay, this is the me being mental.
No, I think you have excellent song selection.
You break me down. My heart is pounds. Yeah, you got me.
We should make a playlist out of this. All the songs he's singing.
Na, 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 na. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the
Cat chimes in.
Let's talk about sex. Alright, let's talk about sex, baby. A little bit. Let's talk about sex beat all through the.
Oh!
I got wet. What the fuck was that?
Right as Cat chimes in. Just like that. Final immunity
Sorry,
slips from her grasp.
baby.
Good job, Kat.
Good job, Kat. That was good.
And then there were three.
I can't feel my shoulder when I'm with you,
Hey.
but I love you.
Ah.
But I love you.
It's not even hard.
Oh, bitch. I have never felt pain until this moment. And sure, what are they called? I'm a masochist. No, I hate pain. Pain. Oh my god, like I'm gonna be so strong on my right arm, like that's what I'm getting out of this. Like my muscle is gonna be so freaking big. Daniel, like I'm gonna be big as you one day. Just from this. I'm gonna do this every day until I'm just like you. In fucking minutes or whatever, how long we're going.
You can sit on the steps if you
Daniel,
want.
can you mind some dollar slice for us? No?
Promise not to vote me.
Style. I have 40. Yeah.
Just like that. Anna walks out of the challenge. Stay away from the contestants this time.
I think I would literally do whatever. I'll play the game too. I will be your slave.
Foot rub?
Yeah, I will give you a foot rub. Dead ass.
No.
I will do
Yeah.
Please do.
I want it.
I know you do. Please. I will do anything in my power. Like, help you. Like, what can I do to like?
What? I don't know. I'm just like such a fucking sore loser. I can't.
No, you really know how much.
I know. Ah, I don't know. I want to win.
You're good.
Dude, the thing is, like, if I win, I get voted out. That's gonna be
But
so
you won't.
ass.
You literally won't.
If you win it, would you just give it to me? Yeah.
Can I do that?
What?
You can give the necklace anytime.
I can do it.
Yep.
They can't shake me. They're too far away.
Is that a deal?
Oh, Cooper. Oh, Cooper. You're tugging at my heartstrings.
I beg with everything.
I know. I look how I'm inching away. Like, I want to do it. You want something?
Like you know more than me.
Momentary lapse in concentration. Cooper has won individual immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final three. Marianne saves her hair till the very end. Congratulations, Cooper.
Oh my god. Congratulations. You did it!
Oh my god. I can't feel my shoulder.
I know. I can't. We can hug. I'm already wet.
Oh, wow.
You put up that. Yeah. Oh, you're really wet.
What a performance.
I didn't get wet when I.
Final time is 16 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh,
That's twice as long as the crew lasted when we tested this challenge.
9
I wanted you guys to try really hard.
My god.
So what, they did 8 minutes?
I just went numb.
So
A little bit less.
I
Mhm.
also passed.
Congratulations, guys.
Wow,
Cooper.
That was hard. Where's the
Oh my
necklace?
Hard earned All remaining players have now won individual immunity. Come on.
Is this on record? Oh my god, it is.
Oh. Congratulations, guys, on making it to the final four.
Oh no, hold on.
Unfortunately, one of you will not make it to the final three. That's a big decision that you have to make before next tribal council. Talk to everybody. Scramble. This is your last chance to pick who does not make the final three. This could be a game-winning or game-losing decision. All right, think hard. See you guys next week.
So I just had a conversation with Kat, and now I'm fucking pissed off because she told me that after the challenge, Cooper and Anna, I guess, were walking back to the dorms together, and then they called Kat saying that they wanted to vote me out because Anna was saying that Daniel's grooming the jury to vote for me, and that there was that like I haven't done anything in the game to like earn my spot, which like is so false because I literally did a whole vote flip like 2 weeks ago. I made the vote flip from Isha or from Daniel to Isha.
I feel horrendous, but I know that voting out Marianne is the best decision for me. So I spoke to Anna and Kat, and we had like a chat, the three of us, where we all kind of talked about why Marianne was the best to take out, just because she's so connected to Daniel and an all-around nice person that really has no blood on her hands compared to the three of us.
The part that pisses me off is that Cooper, after like he separated from Anna, called Kat, and he was basically just re-saying what they were saying during the first phone call, and basically saying like that they want to vote me out. And like Kat obviously doesn't want to vote me out because she's the one that's telling me. She literally just told me like that I had to go talk to Cooper and make sure that I can get Cooper to flip. But like it makes no fucking sense. I literally let that boy fucking win that competition, and now he's gonna turn against me? Like, are you serious? After I literally brought you to the fucking end? No way. Like, don't be fucking for real right now. Like, there's no way. I'm so upset. Cooper Brown is about to get a tongue lashing if he goes against me, and he's not getting my vote.
Like, it just like it literally makes me so upset. Like to say this because like I literally love you as a person and I want you to know that, and like I wanted to like I know Kat said it to you first, and I was really mad at her because I told her like I really want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I hope you can see it as like a game move, and I hope.
Yeah. Like you're doing what's best for your game.
I know, and I like truly, I'm really really sorry, and I know like this is gonna it's not like if I was on the receiving end, I'd be pissed off too. So like it's like I totally get it. Like you're mad, and like you can scream at me. Like I want you to be able to like get everything out and yell at me.
It's a game. It's okay. It's part of the game. Like I get it.
So I talked to Marianne and I told her flat out, like, as a lover of Survivor, like, to not take her out, to not make that move when it's right in front of me, I would never forgive myself. I would regret it. Even if this is just like a small game, I know that something like that is like too impactful for me, and I would regret it. So I told her flat out that I planned on voting for her. Like, this is by far literally the absolute hardest and worst thing like that I've had to do in this entire game. And I know that's like if you want to hold it against me, like that's totally okay. And like,
I won't. It's a game, Cooper. It's a game. This isn't personal. I know that.
okay, so I thought this would be nice and easy, and I thought this was like oh, Marianne gives up, she's kind of cool with it, and like now we're good. But nope, Marianne just texted me and she's like, so is there anything I can do to change your vote? And now I feel like a mega asshole, because it's like, no. I want to make sure that she doesn't get like Kat and cause a tie or something like that, because I know like that's what I would do. You just need one person to cause a tie. And I need Kat and Anna to just stay with me and vote Marianne. But if Marianne pulls something and like gets Kat to switch, it would mess things up.
Bandits, welcome to the Final Four Tribal Council. Yeah, celebrate. Congrats, right in front of the jury. Marianne, tell me what it feels like to be in the Final Four.
And welcome everyone to my Survivor funeral. That's why I'm wearing all black. I just have to embrace it. And you know, in funerals usually they say stuff about like the person, but I want to say stuff about y'all. So there's Anna. Hi. Anna, we never really talked much game, so you know this doesn't hurt that much that it's coming from you. You know, in the first challenge you dragged me across the field. Sorry. And I feel like this last week you've dragged my name, so I feel like it's like a full circle.
How so?
I know you told them that like I haven't been playing the game and that I don't deserve to win, which you know I disagree with. You also told them that somehow jury is conspiring for me to win, which again don't really know how so, but pop off I guess.
Do you have your words cited? Because I don't know if you're saying the right stuff. That stuff never came out of my mouth.
Anyways,
I could tell it to your face if you'd like.
it's okay. This is my speech.
Okay.
Yeah. Kat, thank you for letting me know that I was gonna get voted out this week. I really didn't expect it, so I really appreciate you telling me. I feel like we kind of played well together. You know, whenever you told me what would be best for your game about voting Daniel out, I did so. So I feel like we played well together, and I appreciate that. Cooper, you're my #1 ally this whole game. I felt like I protected you from like a lot this game. And I feel like we both know in that last challenge that if I would have won, I would have taken you to the end. So the fact that you're not taking me to the end really hurts. Like, actually hurts. But game is game, and as Dan said to his #1 ally and big brother, Danielle, in this game, you're dead to me. I had to do it for the television, guys.
No, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Can
I
I
mean,
respond?
Yeah, you know.
No, I agree. Can I respond? As a player, like, bravo to you. Like, I like genuinely, like, absolutely no hard feelings whatsoever. Because it's like, this is a game. In the end, like, this is a game. She could have called me like chopped liver, said I was ugly and all that, and like.
But it's not personal. You are very pretty.
Thank you. See, like, I have like valued working with you this whole game, and I feel like I've also protected you like so like a lot, and like I feel like the conversations I've had, I've always like tried to have you in the best interest in mind, and it's like that's why like I feel like us working together so closely this entire game, like coming to the end, sitting next to you, I see that it's very like we've played very similarly in the sense that like we've done a lot of the same things and like that, and like I know that like as someone who plays Survivor, like as like watching Survivor, like I could not make this choice and like not regret it, not putting myself in the best position. And I hope you can respect that as a player, as someone who knows Dan. I don't really know the Dan and Danielle stuff, but like as someone who knows that kind of stuff, like I hope that you can see this as like I wanted to tell you, and I 100% would have always told you because I know like with our relationship, I would never jeopardize that to like blindside you because I wouldn't have gotten over that. Like as much as like I know like I would have regretted not making this move, I would have regretted making you feel that way because like I don't want you to like think that like I need to lie to you to make like this move, like because I respect you so much, and like this being the end, I don't want that to be like how things end off with us.
Anna, what do you have to say to Marianne in response to her speak?
Well, I don't know where you got those sources that you're saying that I've been talking about you, because usually I'm not like running people's names through the mud for free like that. So I don't know where you got that from, but yeah, I mean, I didn't want to talk to you because I feel like it's not a good vibe for me to like meet with you this week and A, lie to your face and say I'm not going to vote for you, or B, just be the third person saying I'm voting for you, and that's just like not something I wanted to like do again, because I just felt like I'm not going to reach out to you, but if you reached out to me, then I would have talked to you, but you also didn't do that. So why would my mind be any different, you know?
Kat, you look like you have something you want to say.
Well, I mean, I know what reference she's referring to, Dan Giesling's funeral, and I know that was like a ploy to get him to stay, and like a majority of what he said wasn't true, although like what she's saying like was true. I know, I like the funeral part. Although right now like I can say like if it was like a ploy to get her to stay, I don't think that would be the best move for me to make, because if I take her to the end after convincing me last minute to switch my mind, that's something she's always going to have over me. so I can't change my vote after that.
Marianne, can you talk more about what this has been like for you?
It's like really hard because I came so far, and then to like not be in the finale is just like upsetting. So
Are you still replaying that challenge?
yes, don't even. I replay it every single day because I literally could have won. I should have won. But we don't talk about it. It makes me upset. It makes me really upset.
All right. Well, you've all proven that you're capable. Let's just hope you all make the right decision. Kat, you're up first.
I do this loud and proud and not with an ounce of regret. I hope you go home. I know you will. And I hope you vote for me in the end. I feel like you will.
All right. I'll go tally the votes. All right. I'll read the votes. Marianne. 1 vote, Marianne. Anna. 1 vote, Anna. Marianne. It's 2 votes, Marianne. 1 vote, Anna. Ninth person voted out of Survivor UT Wild West. I'm the 6th member of the jury. Marianne, please bring me your torch. Marianne,
Yeah.
tribe has spoken.
Sadly, yeah.
Oh!
She's alive!
Everyone, we're gonna revote. Tribe has spoken.
Guys, I'm not meant to leave the game. Hi, guys.
All right. Well, you've made it as far as you can go in this game. The final shoot of this season is Final Tribal Council, where we'll see who the jury thinks is worthy of winning Survivor UT Season 2. Good luck. Prep well.
You're no Dan Giesling, girl.
I think all of this could have been avoidable if you had played more the whole game.
I do this loud and proud and not with an ounce of regret.
I'm final 3. Hello. I'm literally final 3. I like had expectations. I was like, oh, like maybe I'll make it. But like when the game started playing, like I was like, oh shit, I'm not fucking making it to final 3. Winning wise, I feel like it's kind of all over the place now because Cooper is a really good player. I wouldn't say like super outwardly, but like he's played with pretty much everyone who's like in the jury right now. Kat had a game where she kind of played with everyone and kind of played with no one at the same time. I don't think she really understood the game she was playing for the most time. So I don't know if jury's gonna like that or not, because most of the people in jury have been done wrong by Kat. So I don't think Kat would be big of a threat, but I feel like it's kind of 50-50 between me and Cooper.
I think I purposely set myself up against people who I know what their game is. I know what arguments they're gonna make. I know Cooper's gonna play up the underdog card. I know the moves Anna's made, and I'm already planning like rebuttals against them. And you know, for the next week, I can easily just feed them information of what they should argue for their game, and then plan a rebuttal against them. I'm already planning my speeches to the jury. I know that I've probably upset some of them, and so you know I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Kiss ass, kiss babies, kiss whatever I have to win.
Tomorrow is the day that I win Survivor. I'm manifesting it right now. I've been practicing my final tribal speech. I know I'm a little bit of a yapper. I'm owning it. I'm gonna try to show everyone why I deserve to win. I think I have a lot more moves than anyone else. I played this game to the best of my ability, and I'm ready to show everyone that Cooper Brown deserves to be the sole survivor of UT Austin. So, Survivor UT Season 2, here I am. Fingers crossed.
People were doing lots of strategies throughout the game, and I feel like some of those strategies were more subtle than the others. and I have it to give it to Kat. I feel like I'm probably gonna vote for Kat. She was fake. She was a snake, but like she had her strategy and she knew what she was doing throughout the game. And though maybe her strategies might not have worked out the way she planned it to, she ended up being in the final three, and that's what matters. She played the game as she was supposed to.
I know everyone's pretty like hostile towards Cooper, but I'm leaning towards voting for him. He betrayed everyone else on their vote, but for me, he was with me the whole time. So for me, there's like nothing against him for that. And then the other two, and I just don't know how, like what she did. And Kat betrayed me. So
I'm excited for Cooper to really just explain his entire game, because I feel like he is the main one for a lot of people on jury as like what you really did, and if you are going to confess to what you've done, because he has been a pivotal reason for why all 6 of us are in jury. So I just want him to just be truthful. So what he needs to say. I'm actually very interested to see what Kat and Anna have to say as to like what big moves they've tried to bring into the game, because to a lot of us, it's not much. So I just want to see what they would like to say.
Coming into Final Tribal Council is kind of sad, honestly, to like see all of this come to an end. But I'm excited to see who wins, because as of right now, jury seems to be really split. Like, I know I want to vote for Kat, Isha wants to vote for Cooper, Justin wants to vote for Anna. So, sorry. So I feel like it's gonna be really interesting to see how like these questions will change our minds.
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up between Anna and Cooper. If Cooper sits there and explains why he did X, Y, and Z, then he has my vote for sure. It's because like he had the best game. If he can do that, but if he can't, then I've been loyal to this girl, even though she did me bad. That's just who I am. I'll just probably vote for Anna. So
Honestly, Cooper's strategy was more of like pity. He tried to make people pity him, I feel like, while also strategizing behind. I just didn't like the face of his strategy, where he was like trying to make people pity him. I know behind the scenes he was definitely devious. I don't know what he could say to change my mind, but I think Cooper has a chance. Anna, I don't really know what Anna's strategy was. Like, I never figured that out. I don't know if she even had a strategy other than just like teaming up with people.
I feel like Kat played an honest game with me. I know a lot of other players don't feel that way. I know that she lied to a bunch of people. But for me personally, she was a great ally to me, and she was always honest. And she's the one that told me that I was gonna get voted out. So like, I appreciate that as a like player, from like a player-to-player perspective. So that's why she's getting my vote.
Kat can't win. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't think there's gonna be any votes for Kat. But she could win if she could really talk about how being like, I guess like being chaotic really helped her advance, because even though it shined a light on what she was doing, she wasn't really the biggest target to get out at the time. So that could be like a really good thing for her to like really talk upon. With Anna, probably the same thing. And also she could also take it as like a power move as to say like, I am the reason why all of you guys are there, because what Kat said before, she was like one of the main reasons why a lot of people got to jury, because it was in her best benefit. Someone did like Anna, okay, they're going to jury, or like they're getting eliminated out. So she can talk about that and like really bring it home, then she can get some votes.
I see no argument for Anna, because I feel like she didn't do anything. She didn't even like want to really play the game, because she was like, oh, I'm not gonna play with idols, and I'm not gonna do this and that. So like she's not even playing the game. So I don't know. I didn't like that. Cooper, I could see how he would have an argument for winning, because he was like, it was a very social game. And I mean, he did win a competition, even though I don't think he deserved the win, and I will continue saying that until the very end. I think my mind could change towards Cooper at Final Tribal Council if he's honest. If he's honest with me and tells me that like I wasn't the one, or that he never really wanted to take me to the end, and that he was just playing with my emotions. If he's honest with me, fair game. Like, I'll give him my vote, but I don't see that happening tonight. So.
Cooper, Anna, Kat, congratulations. You guys have made it as far as you can go in this game. Fortunately, tonight, your fate is in their hands. Sky, you're up first.
Hi, guys. Hi. Y'all look great. Thank you. All right, Kat, questions for you. So people in the jury say that they led while you followed.
Your immunity idol was wasted, so what move have you made or led on your own?
Well, throughout this game, I think that I've been one of the most independent players. At the very beginning, I aligned with Justin and Nana, and that was because I knew alliances were important. And the one time I made a move that somebody else wanted me to make was the one time I played my idol because Justin and Nana told me to. And then after that point, I realized that it was important for me to keep a keener eye on my back. And I have an individual reason for voting each of you out. I didn't do it because someone else told me to. Isha, I know at that point you might think I was convinced by Daniel and Marianne to keep you, but it was actually at the point in which you called me and convinced me to throw an extra vote on Justin, thinking that I would do it. And I knew that by keeping you in this game, that if you would continue to make this point through and through, always worrying that somebody else had an idol, and causing me to cast another vote on somebody who I didn't want out. And so I knew that that would be a detriment to my social game. Because even if it wasn't somebody that I was working with, or it would be a tie that I would have to cut because the truth would always come out the same way that it came out with Anna. And then with Daniel, I voted you out not because anyone else told me to, but because after the point which Marianne won, in which you guys went looking for the idol, I knew that you didn't trust me, that I wasn't going to be as loyal to you, because loyalty to you was something that was built over time, and that was something that I didn't have. And so I knew that by running into you guys all looking for the idol, that I wasn't your number 2, I wasn't your number 1, and I wasn't comfortable being your number 3 or number 4. And then with Justin, I knew you were coming after me. I knew you had talked to Cooper about telling him that I had a final 3 with him and Anna while we were working on building back our relationship and working on trusting each other again. And it was at that point, I knew that I couldn't trust you. And then with Marianne, I didn't vote you out because Anna said that you had no game and you didn't deserve to make it to the end. I voted you out because after talking to you, after getting coffee with you and talking to you, because up until that point, I had kind of agreed with her, but that was the reason why I wanted to take you to the end. But then talking to you, I realized that I didn't know much about your game, that you said you were using Daniel as a shield, and that made me wonder, what other moves did you make that I wasn't aware of? And so I wasn't comfortable taking you to the end, because these are people's games I know through and through, and it was very deliberate why I took them. And Albanov, that week, that was the one time I didn't make my own move because I didn't want you out. If we had stuck together as Dust Devils, it would have been 5 against 3. If I had tried to build a better social tie with you, then we could have been a stronger team. But it was Justin and Anna that wanted you out so badly, and I didn't try to fight for you, and I'm sorry for that.
Dang, pop for yourself. All right, Anna, you look cute. Do you feel like you made enough connections in jury to win?
I feel like my game was kind of like I never really had a strategy. I quite literally just pulled up every day, and I feel like in my game, I kind of not really purposely ended up just making really strong alliances with the people that I vibed with. So everyone that I had alliances with was like people that I actually like and want to be friends with. And I feel like that was a really honest game that I did because I didn't like try to make alliances with people that I didn't really feel like I would vibe with or didn't feel like I could trust. So if that means that I don't have enough alliances to like get me numbered votes, it doesn't really matter because everyone that I like made a really strong alliance with, like I like, and I think we had a good game, and I'm like really thankful for all the people that I had alliances with the whole game because I wouldn't be here without everyone that I played with.
Hey, Koopy. How did you use the people who didn't make it to the final 3 to get where you are?
Yeah, so my whole game really was founded on my ability to make social connections. I really relied on my skill. I knew that I was seen as a very social kind of person, so I wanted to make connections with people and establish trust so that people would feel like they could tell me things. And I think a lot of my game corresponded to what people told me, because people would trust me enough to give me the information. They would tell me their moves, they'd tell me things that they had, and then I could use that information to really go about how I wanted to vote people out or what things I wanted to do. For instance, early on in the game, I formed a relationship with Anna, and that allowed me to get information on the Dust Devils while I was still on the Tumbleweeds, so that I could still influence things being on the Tumbleweeds. So after the puzzle challenge, the soccer challenge, when we won that, I found Anna afterwards, and I spoke to her, and then that's when I found out that Justin had an extra vote, and I convinced Anna to get the extra vote from Justin to vote out Dia, because I thought that Dia would be a threat later on because of the dynamic we had in the soccer game, and I knew that that would be a threat for me later on. And then it was at that point, through these connections, that I was able to also create with Justin later, before the merge, that I found out that Kat had her idol way before anyone knew at the merge. And sorry, by the way, I did know. But she did tell me, because that was another thing. I got people to tell me things. Kat told me she had the idol. Oren told us he had the male vote. And I wanted to make sure that I could get people out that didn't have the strong connections with me. So I wanted to continue in the game with the people that I knew I could trust. And that's why, as votes went on, I wanted to make sure that the people that were going further with me were the people that I thought would want to go to the end with me. So, when we got to the end, I knew Daniel wanted to work with me. I knew Marianne did, Justin, everyone here, sitting here, and these people all wanted to go to the end with me at some point. And I knew, by putting myself in these kind of relationships, I knew that, for instance, in the Final Four, no matter if I had lost that challenge, Marianne, Anna, and Kat all wanted to take me to the end, because I cemented that. Because in my mind, at least, to what they've all been verifying, is that I was the number one of each one of them. And I feel like by putting myself in a number one position of a lot of people, that I was able to control a lot of the votes. And one more instance that I can think of right off the bat is at the Abanoff vote, one of the big things is that that caused that week, because we all know not everyone, but everyone knows to some degree that there was some plans to vote Kat out. And so I heard that, in the conversation we had, Marianne, Daniel, Isha, me, and Abanoff, right after that challenge at the merge, we all kind of discussed, and we were talking about plans and stuff like that. And I felt that voting out Kat at that point was maybe not the best decision for me. And I knew that voting out Anna and Justin was not the best decision for me, because I had an alliance with them that no one else knew about, and that no one else had with them. So I wanted to make sure that I could protect them to further me in the game. So that I went to Justin and Anna after that conversation, and I told them little snippets of that conversation. And instead, I told them to phrase it as if Abanoff had said that stuff. And so Abanoff had been some kind of mastermind. Sorry. But the thing is, it was believable, because you are a very likable, well-spoken person, so that I told them to go with that information to Daniel, because I knew that if Justin went with that to Daniel and Anna went with that to Daniel, Daniel would kind of be the kingpin of the move, so that if Daniel, in the sense that Daniel would get the lashback from it, because I knew that me and Marianne had already spoken a little bit about turning it on to Abanoff, but I didn't want to be the one to do it, because I didn't want everyone to think of me as a threat. I wanted to manage my threat level, and that's why when Daniel heard the information, he came to me, and Marianne was we got to change it to Abanoff, and I was you know what, I guess you're right. And it's with that, Isha, then you thought it was Daniel too, and no one really raised their suspicion for me having been the one to kind of leak information that was essential in the vote switching to Abanoff. So I'm sorry, but I just do feel in that moment we didn't have connections, because I had spoken to every single person and had some form of alliance somehow, but we just didn't get to speak that week, and I really wish we did. But I know that we didn't get that time, so I had to continue to put the people that I was working with ahead and secure myself in positions so that I knew I wouldn't go home. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi guys. So Kat, I want to know what strategy you came in with and what it evolved into. Were you able to stick with it, and who did you use?
Initially, I think people watching this game, they go into it with things on a to-do list, how they want to play. And initially, I wanted to play this game having a secret Final Two alliance. And that was why I was so close to Justin. That's why I kept blind faith in him. And that was how I played most of the game pre-merge. But then after I sort of lost faith and trust in that,
I became a much more adaptable player. And from then on, because at around week 6, at one of the most pivotal times in the merge, I had no strong alliance, but I'm still up here, and that was because week to week, I was able to place myself in a safer position knowing that, like I said with you, Isha, that throwing extra votes on people that weren't going to go home was going to ruin my social ties, even if they weren't, even if I wasn't working with them directly, someone they were working with would then come after me. And then with Daniel, because, so, about the idol, I don't have it. So,
It would have been expired by now.
I don't have it. Oh, can I use it right now? No.
Good one.
So, while I was going home, when I ran into Cooper looking in the bushes with his flashlight, and I thought it was hilarious, and then immediately he ran up, and he spilled his entire game out to me. And he was like, my fate is in your hands, my fate is in your hands. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's like, Daniel and Marianne are waiting around the corner for you to go. And I was like, okay. So I just stayed there and looked for it. And knowing that you didn't want me to have the idol. And then also knowing that, so I was talking about, well, let's find it and then just replace it with a fake. And then Cooper said, why don't we just fake having it? And then I was like, I was hesitant, of course, because I saw what happened the first time, and I didn't want this time around to be, I actually went home. But I was like, you know what? I know I can't trust you. I think if we get him out this week, it's not a big deal. So I go up, grab the box from my first idol, and then Cooper takes a picture and sends it to you and Marianne. And it's like, Kat has it. And then your reaction to that was, I believe it was, quote, fuck, damn, fuck.
Oh my god, what a crazy game we're playing. Okay,
and then, too, also because something I became more aware of was people's behavioral patterns in this game. And you are a very charming, convincing person. I saw that No. When you smile, little gleams come down. But I know that when people talk to you, they think this is a good guy, and because I also felt that way, and so I knew that week I couldn't let you know that I was gathering votes against you the entire time, and so. Instead, I told you, hey, if you try to flesh out the idol again, this time I'm going to write your name down. And I knew that would do one of two things. It would either deter you completely from doing that, or two, you would be spending half the time that week coming up with a different plan of how to flesh out, maybe not this week, but the next week after. And so that way you would be more unaware of me gathering votes against you.
I'd love to just quickly
I would like to
add some
quickly as
details.
well.
Let me just, can I start?
Go ahead.
Okay, so yes, I did, what's it called? In the moment that whole thing happened with the first idol, the searching and all that, when she found me, was right after Isha was voted out, and I was left out of that vote. I can admit, like, that I was, woof, you know, like, I was not in on it. I was very clearly, like, on the bottom in my mind. And even though I knew I had connections with the people still left in the game, like, I knew because these people were telling me that I was not next, I still wanted to, like, put myself back in a position of power. I didn't want to just, like, take the bottom and accept who was going to go home. I wanted to put myself back in the position where I could influence. And that's where I saw, you know, the block of Marianne, Justin, Daniel, and Kat. And I saw that this group had just voted together, so I'm like, how can I break this up? And so in that moment, I see, you know, Daniel and Marianne, they're hiding behind the building. I'm like, Kat, they're hiding behind the building. They don't trust you. They don't want to work with you. And I'm trying to think, how can I make her stop working with them so she switches to me? Because in my mind on that vote, that's when I had to use my extra vote that round. And I knew that I wanted to put myself in a position of power where I could set up the vote, where originally the vote was supposed to be Daniel and Marianne voting for Justin, and then me, Justin, Kat, and Anna all voting for Daniel. But in the sense, because I had my extra vote, it only really depended where I put my vote that week. Because had I put both my votes onto Justin,
it would have instead sent Justin home because I would have been the deciding vote. So I gave myself back in that power. Like, everyone thinks that they had like the position of power that week, but it was really up to my extra vote that I was able to keep through 5 tribal councils, and it never put a target on my back. You know, compared to like Kat, who had the idol and everyone wanted to get rid of, or Oren had his mail vote and it was flushed right away when we found out about it. Like, advantages put targets on people's backs, and I was able to keep that extra vote and not receive any votes against me in this entire game. I was the only one to make it through 8 tribal councils and never receive a vote against me. And like, in terms of the idol, in the sense that like I wanted to gain Kat's trust, absolutely, because I felt like she was someone I could work with to turn on people, because she had turned on people in the past, you know. And I thought, like, as she says, she's adaptable in the sense like that. Like, I think that she's willing to work. I saw her as a willing person to work with me. So yes, I told her, you know, get that. I was trying to find a way for her to go up to her apartment. So we went to her apartment, we got that box, and we staged the photo. But it was up to me and my social ties to Justin, Mary, and Daniel to make you believe that the idol was real, because there was only so much the cat could do. So it really came down to, can I make this a thing? Can I make it work? Because in my mind, I didn't want people to look for the idol if it wasn't for me. And I knew that if everyone thought the idol was found, no one would look for it. And that's what happened. No one looked for it. And the thing on top of that with the whole idol stuff is that no one ever had the full like story on it, because I was able to switch out idol clues after immunity challenge and no one knew about it. So the challenge that Anna won hers and we read it with Justin, I switched a clue out from my pocket beforehand with Marianne and Isha in mind. But the thing is that I also switched that clue out to Marianne and Isha, so no one ever read that clue except me. So I'm the only one to have ever known specific idol clues. So the clues that I was giving to everyone while they were hunting, no one had the full story. Only I had the full story. I wanted to put myself back in power because if you notice, the people who went home after the Isha vote were the people who had lied to me about that vote. Daniel, Justin, Marianne, no one told me the truth, so I wanted to make sure that I took those people out and put them right in the position that they put Isha, because I was left out of that vote and I wanted to put myself back in the position. So I got Anna, who was on the bottom with me. We worked together. And then
Yeah.
and then Kat, who I knew would be most likely to flip on those people. So I recognized the patterns of people. I recognized how everyone's social games and stuff like that worked. And I flipped the game to put myself back in power.
Okay, so to start, Kat, can you please explain your thought process in continuously lying to me throughout the game, especially on my vote?
I'm not gonna lie. Beginning of the game, I played a little sloppier because I thought I had more numbers than I did. And when something I could smell off you the first night I met you, Isha, is that you're a Survivor super fan. And that in my mind, that's a threat. And even talking to you, I remember, even though I did lie to you, our Starbucks coffee dates where we talked about strategy the entire time, those were some of my favorite memories. I'm not even lying, because you were so incredibly smart and I loved talking strategy with you, but I knew that that was something not only that would get me in trouble if I kept working with you, because you would know what my strategy was, because I just love talking about it and I can't do that.
Thank you. Cooper, I'll come back to you, no worries. Can you please walk me through who you were aligned with and which allies you were actually like aligned with?
So I know this is like, so because of my, like the idea of my social game coming in, I wanted to align with everyone. And in that sense, I did like make people feel like I was very closely aligned to each one of them. And like those relationships that I made were very important to me. Like outside of this game, like I truly meant every like personal thing, like those were all real. I really hope to have friendships with all of you after this. But in the sense of like having like a number one in this game, like I think that I tried to play in a sense that was very adaptable to what my needs were at that point in the game. So I feel like it honestly varied who was my number one at different points in the game based on like who is most likely to work with me, who wouldn't be saying things about me, who do I have to fear in the future. So early on in this game, like I think we had an immediate connection. Like we were so like early tumbleweeds, like we kind of navigated it, so like no matter what happened, we'd always be safe in those few votes. And I definitely felt completely aligned to you, even going into the merge and stuff. And up to our vote, I was always planning to be like really loyal to you because I did value our friendship, and I feel like outside of this game we did connect really well. I think that in the sense of Anna being a very, very valuable person to me, by not being on my tribe, it was like I was able to maintain kind of like what I had with you with Anna, and like still be able to build a relationship that I knew that would help me later on.
Surprise.
And Yeah. I knew that that relationship would help me later on, and that's like kind of what led me to like taking out certain people. Like I knew Oren because in a conversation like I was with Daniel, Daniel let me like stand behind him when he FaceTimed Oren, and I heard Oren talk about how he thought like me and Anna could be kind of like a potential like threat together further on, and I took that and I was like, okay, so Oren needs to go. So it's like I took the information by having like a close relationship with Daniel because Daniel trusted me to like sit in these conversations, and I really valued the relationship I had with Daniel because I knew that like going into the merge he'd be someone who's bigger than me, like a threat, and like I feel like people would want to vote him out before he got to me, so I always wanted to keep Daniel close to me. And obviously Marianne, like I had a very like personal connection to you. I feel like we always like got along, and I feel like especially when we hit that tribe swap is when we really started to bond even more, and I feel like we could really like just voice each other's plans to each other, like no judgment whatsoever. And like the times when we walked by you, Isha, like when we were on our strategy walks, but like I really felt like I could talk to you, and I felt like that became a very valuable connection to me throughout the merge because I felt like even though like I always pledged to you like I would want to vote the same as you, I felt like up until that point when I was kind of like left out of the vote, I was like, that's when I really reevaluated the relationships I had, and I knew that like even though I want my connections to be strong, like the ones with you three over here, just like it couldn't be as strong again because I knew that there was always that something holding me back. And with Justin, like I wanted to keep you really close, but obviously I always knew that there was that blockade of always having Anna between us and that sense of communication, which is why early on, like, well, yeah, we knew about this. We had conversations about like how like that whole thing was making it difficult for me and Justin to get along. But that's why like how Anna was saying the whole thing about we teetered between her 1 and 2. Early on, I was always trying to plant seeds of doubt about Justin, and I'm so sorry, but like it's because I saw you as such a big threat, and I knew later on it would come down to the point. I didn't think it was possible for the three of us to go to the end truly. I just thought that there would be some other factors that came into it. So I always wanted to plant the seeds with Anna early on so that she would eventually think of you as a threat that had to go. Because I knew that if I had, like, no matter what, if Anna had decided to not vote you that round, you still would have gone home. But at least in that sense, Anna worked with me on that vote, and I kept that relationship into the Final Four, or into the Final Four, so that I had Marianne thinking I'm her number 1, Anna thinking I'm her number 1, Kat thinking I'm her number 1.
Anna.
Sorry, go ahead.
Pick a number from 1 to 10.
Oh, fuck. What is this, a tip? 10. Fuck, go. What?
All right, thanks.
10? Okay.
All right, so just to start, I'm just gonna ask 2 things of each of you that we make this a little snappy, and that you guys don't kiss everybody's ass the whole time. So.
You're glowing tonight.
Yep, there you go.
I love your house.
All right, so I got a question for each of you, thankfully. So Cooper, just again, you've talked a lot tonight. You've kind of said everything but the one thing I wanted you to say to get my vote so far. So I think, you know, like our relationship started off really early, and it was essentially like a little brother, big brother relationship, where I told you very early on that I was gonna put myself in kind of everybody's target so that you can kind of like do your own thing. And even after you turned on me, I told you that, you know, it would be in the past, and I'm sure you knew I was being honest. But I also told you that if I was going to be voted out, it had to be by you. And so far, it looks like it wasn't. So that's a little tough. But the only thing that I can kind of see that might redeem you now is you've kind of said sorry to everybody that you voted out. And the only thing I've been looking for is you to take a little bit of credit and have a little bit of backbone with it and just say, like, I voted you out and I'm proud of it. So if you can say it honestly, that's a good thing to say now.
Do you want me to go one by one, or you like
no, I mean generally, man. Yeah.
I am proud of the game I played. I voted each one of you out. Like I furthered my game. Though I value the connections, yeah, whatever. Like I saw each of you as a threat in your own way, and I needed to get rid of you. And like that's Survivor. Like the big thing that like I've kind of been like keeping under wraps is that I'm actually like a Survivor like super fan. Like I actually really love Survivor. So like all the conversations that we have where I'm like, oh, what's that? What's the thing? Like I knew that would be a threat later on because of how Isha was such a big threat. Like I've applied to Survivor 2 times now. Like hasn't worked out yet, but like I want to be on Survivor, and like I'm not like afraid to cut people and like to backstab people if that's what it takes to get to the end. Because like in the end, this is Survivor, and I wanted to put myself in the best position that I thought I could sit next to 2 people and give myself the best position. So yes, I voted you out, and I do think that I controlled the vote on you because I had the full authority to switch it onto Justin if I wanted to. And I got Kat to switch, to break up, to like get everyone to go on Justin. I controlled it to make it so that I could put myself in a position of power where I had 2 targets, the 2 people that I wanted out the next round, had them voting for each other, even though they just voted for like with each other the round before, and I got them out, and I am proud of that. And I don't regret my decision at all. I think that every single person that I voted out in this game was the right time for me.
Hell yeah, man. There you go. Good job. All right, Anna. So, not gonna lie, my question isn't helped by what you've said so far. I don't really know what you've done this entire game. I know early on you kind of saved yourself with your only, like the only tribal the Dust Devils went to, and it seems like for all the questions you've kind of just mentioned that you came in and just had no plan whatsoever. So I guess if you had any plan at all later in the game, now's probably a good time to say it.
Okay. I'm not completely stupid. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really have like any like strategy. I kind of was just like hearing what people were telling me, but I did like having two really strong alliances, which was Justin and Cooper. So I felt like pretty safe within the three of us, and that's something that I kept telling y'all is like we're the only people who have like three people playing together, like that are playing like really closely. And I feel like this is a game of numbers, so having more people like vote with you and like not vote against you is good. But I think like one of the biggest moves that kind of like went against what I wanted to do as Anna, and I just kind of had to like step into the survivor player type thing, was when I got Justin out. Because I feel like if Justin was sitting here with us, he had a really, really good chance of winning because you had like no blood on your hands with anyone except for like Kat. But I was like, if I go to the end with him, I kind of have like no chance at winning. But I felt that having Cooper here would also give me a better chance at winning than if I had Justin, who I really wanted to have here. Which is not that like I don't really wanted to have you here, but like as we see, you guys had a lot of game, and I had like just enough game to keep me by, I guess, and somehow I made it here.
Sounds good. Kat, all right. So early on, everybody kind of knows it. Your game consisted of a lot of just making up random lies, and then everybody going around and telling each other what you had said. And on top of that, you misplayed an immunity idol pretty blatantly. So considering kind of some of the bigger missteps you had early on in the game, I want to hear about what you think might have redeemed you in the jury's eyes now.
I think something that might redeem me would be during the reward challenge, everyone voted me for who thinks they're playing the best game but is actually playing the worst. And then who made it here. And then with the idol, after you flush out an idol, the next step is to get that person out. Did that ever happen? No, because I'm still here. And that was because I was able, from that point, I was able to get each person, well, I guess not all of them, out to my knowledge. And then one of the reasons also from that point that I took the people that I did to the end, one, Cooper was safe, and two, I knew Anna's games. I knew what to say in order, stuff that she wasn't being honest about, and bring that up to light to really kind of dim down her game and give myself a better shot. And then friendship. Yeah, I think I have been, through it all, I have been the most resilient. At the most pivotal time, I had no one that had my back, but I was able not to use what happened from the blow-up as a sympathy card. I was able to label myself as more of a free agent, and people that was willing to work with you, someone that was willing to work with you, somebody that was willing to work with you, and somebody that was willing to work with you. And so after that, I became a prime number because the numbers were getting smaller and people's targets were getting larger. But my target never grew, even though people assumed after you went home that you thought I had the idol. And so my target should have grown, but it didn't because I knew that they knew the truth and that it wouldn't grow and that there would never be enough votes after you went home to get me out.
Okay. So my question is going to be particularly to Anna and Cooper. I feel like, Kat, you've explained yourself very eloquently, and I just want to say I appreciate you for what you said before. I feel like majority of the stuff now being revealed, you were telling the truth, so kudos to you. With you two, oh Lord, this is hard. It's just, I just want to know what was, at least for Anna specifically, like what was like really the breaking factor of why I'm not sitting there with you guys, in the sense of like, was this ever really real? Were we ever really gonna make this to the end? I understand, Cooper, you said that you never saw us three at the end. I also didn't see that at the end either. I just want you guys to elaborate on that more.
Me first?
But either one of you.
Okay, I'll go first. For me, I actually feel upset that you don't think you could have seen the three of us at the end, because that's like what I wanted, like happy wise. But then I feel like this one especially started getting in my head about game, and I think not that I was looking for a reason, but when you like conjoined forces with Daniel, like I said, that really scared me, because I kind of felt like I was losing you as my like number one alliances a little bit. And while that was happening, he was in my ear and like was climbing up to the top, you know what I mean? So I feel like I did kind of hear you in that sense, and I tried to defend you to Cooper the whole game. But yeah, it's just on that vote, that the first vote we did not vote together, it was kind of like a breaking point for me. And then I kind of started hearing him out more like game wise, and like, do you really think we're gonna win if Justin's sitting right next to us? Like, he has no blood in his hands, he's been playing kind of like in the background type thing, and I genuinely didn't think that I would win if you were sitting next to me, because I feel like you would have deserved that.
Before you speak, Cooper, I just want to say, like, I did tell you guys where those votes were going. I feel like I tried to get you guys on the right side of the vote. So what was really doing my head in when you guys were talking was like, you guys were saying like, I understand you guys were on the back end of the Daniel vote, but you did know where that vote was going.
Yeah, so I told you this already. Day one, I think my first confessional ever, I said Justin is a huge threat and I have to get him out later in the game. I never planned to go to the end with you because I just knew you were a huge threat. And all the times like she had said the three of us, I just was like, yeah. And I knew you were yeah, because she'd tell me that you don't really want to go to the end with me too, and I'd hear it from Kat. So I knew like I just had to like go with as long as you I could, and I knew I had to get to you first before you could get to me, because I knew we both had the like we both saw eye to eye on that. Yeah, we knew. And in the sense of like the Daniel vote, like, or the vote that Isha went home on, like, yes, you did tell us like the whole thing and stuff like that, like that you wanted to vote Isha, but like we called that morning, like all of us groggy in our beds, and we all like were like, it's Daniel. Like, so
yeah,
like it was
Sorry.
It was definitely like not clear in the sense that it's like after that vote I was like, oh, like I already felt this way about him, like now I really can't trust him, and now Anna doesn't trust him, time to like pounce on that. And so like that's why I saw you as a threat, and yeah, I knew that I had to take you out because I knew that you'd be such a threat at the end here.
Okay, I did have questions prepared, but y'all kind of answered all of them during this whole thing. So, Anna, I know you say, like, I don't know why you keep coming after me and saying that, like, I wasn't playing a game. So, but I feel like I played more of a game than you did. So, can you walk me through that?
I guess just because I don't think I ever saw your name on a paper until you left the game, and you, in my head, like, Daniel was doing the dirty work and you were just following what Daniel was doing up until Daniel left. And that could totally be like my perception. It's okay if it's not true, but that's kind of how I felt, because I felt like, especially within Dust Devils tribe, there was so much drama just to try to like keep me in it, because I don't know, like we had a lot of like division within our tribe, and like what I heard from Cooper is that y'all's was just like ganging up on one person, and it's like whoever threw the name out first, that was gonna be it type thing. So I didn't feel like you had to play until merge, and then when merge came, you were kind of no one's vote ever type thing. And I feel like my name was really easy to throw in when someone's talking about votes, and I feel like I kind of had like a lot of people like gunning for me, especially in the beginning, just like wanting me out and like making sure that I was gonna get out. And I feel like in that sense, I kind of had a game where people, I guess, were just coming after me more than you. But it's fine if I had a chill game. I didn't think it was a good enough game to make it to the end. But I would have brought you to the end if had Cooper not won the final challenge.
Really?
Yes, because like I said, I didn't think your game was that strong, so I felt like I had a better chance at winning. Because after I got Justin out, I was like, I got kind of my number one person out. Now I might as well set myself up for success as much as I could.
I feel the complete opposite, but okay.
I mean, we didn't really get a chance to have that talk because he won, so there was no reason to. Okay.
Jury, thank you very much for your insightful questions. You guys each have a couple seconds to briefly make your concluding remarks. Cooper, you can go first.
Should I stand? Can I stand?
Yeah, you can stand.
Okay. I'll just really quick because I know we all went into that. I think I really played a good game in the end. I'm proud of what I did. I feel like I made the moves necessary to get me to the spot So hearing everyone was against me, I knew it was quintessential for me to win that last challenge. I was never going to drop. I knew I would never drop, no matter how painful it was. And that's like kind of the epitome of my game. I was always going to push through. I always pushed through, even if I found myself at odds. I made myself go through with people saying that they saw me as a threat, and I never got a vote. Like, so I think that's like important to highlight in the sense that like I was able to maintain my threat level throughout the game, and I was able to put myself here on my own odds. Thank you.
Okay, so I feel like, I feel like I played like maybe the most honest game without even like thinking about it. I guess I was just kind of being myself, and even while doing that, I still had people gunning out for me and like just wanting me out of the game for whatever reason they wanted me out of the game. I still feel like people saw me as a strong player, and without me kind of even like doing anything extra to do that, I don't know what the fuck else to say. Yeah, I made it here without even trying. I guess that kind of puts me as a good player. Thank you.
Well, I have been the most resilient and adaptable player in this game. I have been a person who has blindsided and backstabbed others while also being blindsided and backstabbed myself. I have been both sides of the coin. I have been somebody to have multiple alliances and at certain points have everybody have my back, and then at the most critical point have no one have my back but still make it to the end. I have been the person that is able to show that I can be kind, compassionate, and genuine and offer forgiveness while also be strategic, analytical, cunning, and intelligent. And there was at no point in this game where I questioned where I would be able to make it to the end because I put myself in a position to do so. And then I know this is longer than a few seconds, but with Cooper, I know he says that he got you out because you were threats. But he said it was because you were controlling, and to me, he has painted himself as an underdog this entire season. But that is not the definition of an underdog, trying to get people out who weren't going to get him out. Because like he said, he had no votes against him. Like I said, you weren't going to get him out, you weren't going to get him, but he got you out, putting blood on his hands for no reason. And that is not the definition of an underdog, because you weren't controlling, he was able to be controlled. And that is the definition of a scaredy cat.
All right. Well, well said, finalists. Jury, you have a big decision ahead of you. Scott, you're up first.
I'm voting for this person because they've clearly made the most moves throughout the game, and I know that they want it the most.
Cooper, you had my vote before this, and that solidified it. Good job. Good game.
This was a hard vote, but I'm doing this because I feel like you played, or at least you explained your game the best, in my opinion. So, yeah, congratulations.
All right. For the last time, I'll go tally the votes. Cooper. 1 vote, Cooper. Cat. That's 1 vote, Cat. Cooper. 2 votes, Cooper. 1 vote, Cat. Cat. That's 2 votes, Cooper. 2 votes, Cat. Cooper. That's 3 votes, Cooper. 2 votes, Cat. The winner of Survivor UT Wild West. Cooper. Congratulations.
I'm voting for this person because they've clearly made the most moves throughout the game, and I know that they want it the most. and they want to be on TV. So
Wow, that was actually crazy. I was dead set on Kat. Like honestly, Kat could have like kept my vote for her, but Cooper, man, he was good at talking. He knew what to say. I like the way he played now. Now I understand what was the devious scheme behind that he faced throughout the game.
Cooper, you had my vote before this, and that solidified it. Good job. Good game.
Good job, buddy. I was proud of you at the end, so you did a great job, man.
You explained your vote, your game the best, in my opinion.
So I am very bitter jury. So Kat, thank you for being honest and loyal to me for the majority of the game at the end.